Hello everyone, welcome to this week Middle East Economy Weekly Position. Today is 2025, April 14th. Let's start by looking at the UAE's macroeconomy. UAE's outstanding bonds, uh, SUQIC, reached 309 billion by quarter one. It's a huge amount of outstanding bonds, and these bonds will be performed as the ammos to support the UAE's economy in the near future. Here is mentioned, the UAE is one of the largest US dollar debt issuer in emerging markets, 7% share of total in Q1, only behind Saudi Arabia, Brazil, and Mexico. So it needs such a huge amount of debt to support its economic growth, to support its future economic stability. And second, 85% of UAE CEO they expect the global economy to improve in the next 3.3 to 5 years, reflecting record optimum in 2025. So it's shocking, right? Right, 85% of UAE CEOs they believe the new future of the world is going to be better. So it reflects the overall the UAE's attitude towards the future. It's very positive. Uh, and Abu Dhabi is ranked in top five smart cities in IMD 2025 index about the global housing, even the global housing crisis. I mean, yeah, it just means it's the top five smartest cities in the IMD 2025 index. Not sure it's very objective. Yeah, maybe very subjective. I don't know. IMD is a school, right? It's a business management. It's a business school from the Europe, I think. Yeah, in the other, I remember in the other previous IMD index, UAE, including the Dubai and the Abu Dhabi, they perform very well in that index. Okay, and also here's about the millionaires. The number of millionaires living in Dubai has doubled in the past decade, making it one of the world's fastest growing wealth hub. How many millionaires? It's not. It has Dubai has 80,000 millionaires and 200 70 millionaires, 20 billionaires. Shocking number. Almost 1% of the total population is millionaires. In the no, not more than how to say, it's more than about 2% of the population in Dubai, and more than 2% are the millionaires. So this is Dubai. And UAE bank investments reached 200 billion US dollars by end of January. The investment in equities grew by 19% year on year. Yeah, so there's a huge amount of banks investments in the equities. Yeah, yeah. So there's a lot of asset in the bank. So the bank's performance represents the overall economy's performance. So it's still doing very well. Here's about Dubai financial market. Uh, and yeah, as mentioned, there's a lot of capital management firms. It's set to open office in Dubai. I have a total number here. Just as mentioned, this firm is called RV Capital. We are opening a new firm. Previously, it was in Singapore. It's Singapore-based hedge fund, but now it's set to open an office in Dubai. So because Dubai is tax-free and also is free capital, very popular uh, in the funds market. In here we have a number. So in the DIFC, uh, there's currently have almost 7,000 active companies, and including 75 hedge funds. it's almost 100 hedge funds, and the number is increasing. The total asset exceeding $770 billion asset under management, and there are 400 wealth and asset management firms. It's 400 wealth and asset management firms. So it's DFC is one of the world's top 10 locations for hedge funds. Also to break into the top 5 in the coming years. So it's booming. Yeah. Uh, yeah, here is the world's wealthiest cities report. So US dominated the top 50 with 11 cities featured. Dubai is moving from 21st to the 18th place. Yeah, we have mentioned here. So there's a huge amount of wealth people that are living in Dubai, and they are moving to Dubai as well. And the CBUE's gold reserve up 7% by the end of January. So on one side, it has a lot of ammos. On the other side, it has a lot of reserves. So, so we can have some strong confidence in the UAE's economy in the near future. And interestingly, UAE elected to chair the Interpol Governance Committee. So, so nobody gonna have any words on the UAE's green industry for sure, because it chaired the Interpol's governance committee. So it has the final decision to catch and any catch so who is the bad guy, who is not. It has the final decision to make. UAE investment fund in talks to buy the Tolos. It looks like it's an American football club, right? Yeah. And also here's about the tourism. The Etihad Airway, we have almost 10%, right? 10% up about its number. Uh, the including the fleet size, also including uh the guests, right? The guests is a 14% increase compared to the same period last year. Also, the occupancy rate in Dubai's hotel rose from 77.1 to 77.7. Uh, the average daily rate increased from 650 to the 666. It's a very good number. Okay, let's look at the Middle East and Africa and South Asia. So in the last week, Dubai Crown Prince finished the visit to India and met the uh, Modi, Prime Minister Modi. Yeah, it looks like they had some good conversation. Yeah, still looks very young for the crown prince, but actually he's almost 50 years old. And the UAE participated in Arab Economic and Social Council meeting in Cairo. So we can see the emphasis. So Dubai can do some emirate level uh, foreign relationship with the foreign countries. On the other side, it has a very low emphasis on the regional meetings. So, so these Arab countries, they have very loose control with each other, but emotionally they like to support with each other. And top MENA PMI for March 2025, I think this number decreased a little. Yeah, decreased a little, but still is currently is 54 for UAE in March, and it's still uh, very much above the natural 50 level. And previously is higher than 54. It's 54.3 a month earlier. For the Saudi Arabia, it decreased a little as well from the previous month 58.4 to the 58.1 in March. And Saudi Aramco and China Petroleum and the Chemical Corporation, Sinopec, they are planning to do a new venture to in Saudi. I think it's about a new petrochemical petrochemical factory. And Saudi Arabia is looking for to further increase the stock market listing, and it approves the SPAC. The SPAC is a special purpose acquisition company. So any companies they purchase the SPAC. The SPAC is listed on the market as well. So through this way, the company can list it in the market. So it's becoming more flexible, also more risky. And China and the Middle East. So UAE and China strengthen economic cooperation at the AIM Congress 2025. So I think this is happening in UAE. There's an economic meeting in the Abu Dhabi here in the last week. And Goldman Sachs lowers growth forecast for China on tariff effect. It's lower from the 4.5 previously to the 4% currently. This is from the Goldman Sachs. It's not very precise. Yeah, but just a reference. For the global, interesting. It's an interesting news. Russian economy grew 4.1% over past 2 years. So I think most growth is coming from the military business. So Russian, in the last few years, a lot of rich people they left Russia. So it's the biggest capital outflow country, I believe. But in the such situation, in the short term, it can still see some economic growth. Here is about the latest news about the Trump uh, tariff. So this is about the top 10 US imports from China by value in 2024. We can see there's some PC monitors, smartphones, and this and laptops. More than half of these products are from China currently. So it's no wonder that in the last week we have seen that Trump has lowered has how to say the lower or how to uh, cancel the tariff on these laptops, on the smartphones, on these smart devices because it's currently US is rely heavily on China on these sectors, smartphones and laptops. Okay, let's look at the oil. The oil was influenced heavily as well. In the last week, its price has experienced the roller coaster. It dropped a lot, and now I believe it has rebound to a very good level. But not very high. I think just about $60, I think. Uh, in the last week, it go uh, as low as 57, but now I think it's recovered to 60. It's the first time in the 4 years it pressed below $60 per barrel. Okay, let's look at the companies. Did I put anything? Okay. Okay, let's look at the companies. So in the last week, as we forecast before, the stock is not performed very well. Dubai Financial Market decreased 1.1%, and Abu Dhabi Exchange Market decreased 1.4%. For the specific stocks, uh, some small stocks they decrease a lot, but for the big stocks, including the DIWA and some bank stocks, they perform very stable. Also in the last week, the Salik they will distribute some more dividend. I think it's about merely 2%. It's almost a 2% dividend rate. It's very low, I think. Yes, 3%. It mentioned a 3% dividend yield. Uh, normally the average, no, many firms distribute 5%, but yeah, but Salik, they have very good potential. Many people see the potential, and it has some cooperation with many, many companies to solve the parking issue. Because every car in Dubai, they have the stick, Salik stick is compulsory. So this stick can be used to charge the parking fee. Okay, and also Talim will open a second Hiro International School in Dubai. Uh, in the academic year 2026. So yeah, it's rich people come to Dubai, and all the how to say, all the supplementary, they come to Dubai as well in the education, the medical services, whatever, the consumer goods as well. So let's look at the UAE property. So Dubai's off-plan property sales rose 19.3% year-on-year in March 2025. And Dubai starts real estate tokenization pilot forecast the 16 billion market by 2033. So it will further boom the UAE's property market, but I think that in the near future it will not be very far. We will purchase very low price property, inshallah. There's some possibility. Yeah, if there's a World War III, so UAE's property market gonna be boom and boom again, price gonna increase again. But if there's no World War III, so there's a very high possibility that its price will low and even below its construction cost. Uh, so in the first 100 days of 2025, UAE's real estate hits 160 billion dirham. So every day there's 1 billion dirham. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. It is crazy. Yeah. Okay, look at the crypto. So, strategy, I think now it's recovered. It's recovered. Yeah. There's some news about it. It's lose almost $60 billion on book, but now I think it's recovered. Not the price has recovered. And CZ has been appointed as the strategic advisor to Pakistan Crypto Council. It's nothing. The country is nothing. There's nothing. Binance has a cooperation with WorldPay to incorporate Apple Pay and Google Pay. Yeah, yeah. In the future, Binance will be very, how to say, very convenient. And also, some news: if crypto has a capital, so this might be, it might be Dubai. I think. Yeah, this is the Dubai picture. Just because there's a regulatory authority has been created. There's also a lot of projects is going on. Yeah, because it's crypto's interest is in line with Dubai's interest, so we can see it's booming here. The Trump's tariff sparked universal Bitcoin discount in South Korea market. So previously, I think now it's recovered again as well. So previously, uh, we know the kimchi premium, right? So South Korea, the people there is very smart. They always ahead of the overall market. Now they are also ahead again to they have the premium below zero, but now it's almost, I think it's in line with the overall global market. I think so. Just be cautious. I think there's a big shock in the near future because South Korea is a hard market. We need to uh, have a reference on what's the thinking. And Mantra, they have a big shock, big crash on Monday. So it's more than 90. It's about 90% price decrease. Now it's recovered, but it's not recovered very well. Okay, so let's also look at some art as well. So, in the last week, I just realized that many masters, including the Van Gogh and the Monet, they learned from Japanese Ukiyo. paintings you can see this one. So Van Gogh, he draw the sunflower, and actually, but before that, all the paintings in the West, they turned out very dark, but the ukiyo is very bright. So Van Gogh, he he has a reference to the ukiyo and draw the sunflower, and the sunflower become the masterpiece. Yeah. So okay. So this concludes today. So see you next week. Bye bye.